Hi everyone, and welcome back to Enjoy English with Mrs. A. I'm Mrs. A, and today we're going to look at how to write an essay, and I'm going to focus on ESL examinations, especially Cambridge exams. As they say, there's more than one way to peel an orange, and the structure I'm going to give you today is my own, is what I use with my students, and it's working. The results are good. They're passing the exams. You may find more than one essay structure on the internet, and that is completely okay. Any ESL writing assignment will have a topic. So the first thing you need to do when you're preparing for this exam is do your research and write down some ideas before you start, because you really need to get that practice and it needs to come easy. As far as ESL examinations go, you don't have to be factually accurate. And I cannot stress this enough because this is a question I get a lot. Yes, you can lie. You can make up your own things, make up your own data, make up characters in your essay. That is not a problem at all. You have all the freedom to make up arguments to support your ideas as long as you structure it correctly, as the grammar is good, as the vocabulary fits your level like it should, because that's what your examiners are going to look at. Structure, compatibility between the level you're going for and the vocabulary you'll use, linking words, adjectives, and punctuation. And because practice makes perfect, this is what we should expect depending on the level. 140 to 190 words for a B2, 220, 260 for a C1, and 280, 320 for a C2. Make sure whatever essay you're writing, you count your words and create the habit. This is one of the most important parts in writing, creating the habit. When you write a report, when you write a review, when you write a formal letter or email, you need to get into the habit of the structure so that when the time comes, you'll be prepared and you'll have the feeling, okay, I know how to do this. I know how to structure it. Number one, give your essay a catchy title, but also make it relevant to your topic. I usually like to start with an introduction, and the introduction needs to be, in my view, a general outlook on the topic, how people generally relate to the topic. So if we have to write about the internet, I would probably begin with how people relate to the internet, how they use it in general. Number two, where it applies, I would go with advantages and disadvantages about the topic. Again, if we're speaking about the internet, let's think, what are the risks of using the internet depending on what you use, how it makes our lives easier, how it changed our lives. And this is a very hot topic, so it's really easy to talk about. I would continue with your opinion and arguments to sustain it. So you've given us a general outlook, how people relate to the internet. You've given us advantages and disadvantages. And this is a closer look into how you use internet and how you perceive it. You can drive it through your professional life if you're working and say how you use internet at work and what you use it for. I don't know, buying concert tickets, booking a restaurant, so on and so forth. But again, have a look, because I need an opinion and I need arguments to sustain that opinion. I believe this because of this. The very last thing, our conclusion. What I personally like to do is end the essay according to the topic. Sometimes I will end with a suggestion if the topic is easy, and sometimes I would end with a warning if the topic is usually about something, let's say, a bit more delicate, like violence on television or the environment. I would maybe try and end with a warning. And before we read a sample essay, let me just show you this. So we have structure and essay essentials, and let's have a look. When it comes to structure, give it a nice body. Give it paragraphs. Avoid the unstructured word vomit. Structure it nicely. And then we have the essay essentials like word count, specific vocabulary related to your topic. Pay attention here. If you're speaking about the environment, like you see in the picture. If you're speaking about the environment, then you must have vocabulary closely related to the environment, such as eco-friendly, sustainable, innovative, contaminating, ecotourism, energy efficient, CO2, pollution. And because we haven't spoken about it before, apart from the great title, you also need to look at the style of your essay, because the essay usually follows a semi-formal style, which means while some contractions may be allowed, an overuse of informal terminology is completely discouraged. Now, let's have a read. Introduction. People use the internet for absolutely everything nowadays, from mundane tasks such as online shopping and booking a flight to performing tasks that are more complex or working. In fact, I can think of very few professions where an internet connection is not necessary. Next paragraphs, advantages and disadvantages. I think it is safe to say the internet has made our lives easier. Living in a society where efficiency is key, the ability to save yourself a trip to the supermarket or travel agency is simply a gift. Nevertheless, while the internet has given us an array of possibilities, it also comes with the dark side. Internet scams have significantly increased in recent years, and issues such as identity theft, phishing, and cyberbullying are getting harder to control, especially by the elderly. Moving on to your opinion and how you sustain it. As a graphic designer, I need internet to access pictures and online software to work on graphic art, so it has become essential to my job. I need to highlight how important it is to be a citizen of today and to become aware of both the risks and the benefits the internet has to offer. At the end of the day, it's a tool that has improved my life. So we've read the student's essay, and now let's have a closer look at the conclusion box. Now, we were speaking about this before. You can end either with a suggestion, like I strongly recommend everyone to use the internet because it saves so much time and it's really effective. And it's a really effective way to keep up with these fast-paced times. We can get things done faster and more effectively at times, like paying our bills online or booking a flight. If the topic is more delicate, recycling, bullying, consider ending with a warning. If we don't stand up and change our current reality, we will live the consequences of this new era. Teaching our kids to recycle properly is the beginning of a general awareness that will save this planet. So now you can see how it's done. I recommend a lot of practice. These are the topics for the essay, the most common ones for general ESL examinations. Normally the topics are all the same, independently if your exam is Cambridge, Pearson, Ielts, so on and so forth. It's general English. This is what you have to look at. 10 main big topics. But what I mostly encourage is you to research vocabulary related to all these topics and work that essay, crunch it until you get it done. Until next week, stay safe. Bye!